In this video, we're going to discuss a 7-figure service business marketing plan, and I'm going to walk you through step by step the different components that we would implement in a business that we work with. Typically, we work with companies that are anywhere from 1 million in revenue to about 25 or 30 million in revenue, and these are the different layers and different components that we add into their business when we're helping them scale to new revenue milestones. Real quick, my name is Phil Risher. I'm the owner of Flash Consulting, and we partner with local service businesses and we help them increase their sales and keep their schedules full. And these are some of the strategies that we utilize. While I'm going through this video, if you have any questions, just drop a comment below. We respond to every single comment, and we'll be able to give you clues or ideas or tips on whatever you're having issues with. Cool. So the first thing where we're going to start is coming up with a budget. And typically what we see is companies are spending anywhere from 3% to 10% on their marketing spend. So if you have $1 million business, let's just start with that. One more zero on there. Then let's say we pick just 6% is going to be your marketing budget. So you have $60,000 a year. Let's divide that by 12. So you have about $5,000 a month to play with in marketing spend. So this could be hiring a digital agency or a consulting firm like us. This could be ad spend. This could be purchasing a new website. This could be doing a bunch of different things with your budget, videos, photography, whatever. But what we found is that by placing a number on this gives you the ability to say, okay, we're going to spend this amount of money on marketing. And then that way it's not like you don't feel like you're spending a ton of money and not getting the results. Because ideally, if you spend $5,000 on marketing, if you got 10x what you spent, which is an amazing return, then each month you should be generating $50,000 in revenue off of that $5,000. And if you get just a normal return, which is typically around 3 to 5 times your spend. Let's say 3, you should be getting $15,000 back. 5, you should be getting $25,000 back. So with that being said, one caveat to this, and this is where a lot of these bigger companies, they get this concept, which is in your lifetime value of your customer. If you do carpet cleaning, you know that it's not just a one-time deal. If you do any service, even moving companies, you get referrals, you get other repeat business in some capacity with other services that you offer. There's a lot of opportunity. So just because you might only get 3x now doesn't mean that that is not going to snowball. And we're going to discuss some of those retargeting plans. So let's just work with this. Let's say we have $5,000 a month. What exactly would we be doing with this $5,000 a month that we're going to be spending? And maybe you don't have $5,000 a month, maybe you have less, but I'm going to walk you through the different decisions that we would make if we were running this marketing plan for $1 million business. All right, so the first thing that we would do is in this funnel, which we use this all the time because this is our Flash customer journey, we have 3 different levers that we can pull. We can increase the visibility for the business so we can get more eyeballs on the business with different things. We can work on the conversions, which means people go to your website or people call your business, whatever, and for whatever reason, they're not getting into a sale. Or we can work on retargeting strategies. A lot of times businesses in the $1 million range, they typically have a good book of business that they've done business with. And so we can typically start with the retargeting, which is, running text message marketing campaigns, email marketing campaigns to bring people back into the funnel. But I'm just going to start if I was kind of starting out. So a little less than $1 million, but if I was just getting started, the first thing I would do is actually optimize this conversion channel, because anyone that comes and finds your business, whether it's on Google, whether it's in a referral, whether it's word of mouth, paper, whatever, we want to make sure that we have a strong conversion channel, and then we can kind of build off of that. And so what we would do is the first thing is we would create a website, and a good website is typically going to cost anywhere from $3,000 to $15,000. Now, what I would recommend if you don't have a website or you just have not a good website to start, I would just get a basic website for around $3,000 to $5,000 that has about 10 to 20 pages on it, which are pages are like your home page, all your service pages, your about us page, your contact us, your request us, that kind of stuff. And I would just get started with this, spend about $3,000, hire a good company, make sure that they've done work with other service businesses. And I'm going to show you this in a second of how you can verify these things. But the most important part to this is that you have strong call to actions. And what are strong call to actions? This is going to be like your request and estimate, your chat widgets, your estimate calculators, your service requests, your online scheduling, something that's going to convert your website traffic at 10%. And we made videos about this before, but essentially if you get 100 people to your website, you want to convert them at 10%. So then you can get 10 leads. Because once you start layering all this other marketing stuff, you're going to start driving all this traffic to your site, whether it's retargeting or ads or whatever. And if you don't have those those funnels built out, then you're just going to get traffic to your site and you're not going to get any leads. All right, so what does a good company mean for $3,000 to $15,000? We made this content local SEO audit checklist. I'll put this down below too, but this is our local SEO audit checklist. So basically, SEO, search engine optimization. When you make a website, this is essentially how you want it to be made. So it's going to walk you through what to look for. And so you can ask some of these questions like title tags, meta descriptions, URL structural, internal linking. It's going to have some offsite stuff, which we're going to get into this offsite SEO stuff. But essentially, when it comes to your on-page SEO, this is the stuff that you're going to want to look for. And then the next part, which is going to be your call to actions. We also made this, and I'll put this down below. This is going to be all the call to action that you're going to want on your site. So you're going to want like an estimate calculator like this, where people can fill out this information and get an estimate. Maybe there's some other free giveaway of some sort, or online scheduling, or a chat widget like this. So these are some of the things that you're going to want to have on this site. And again, of that $5,000 spend, or whatever your budget is, this is what you're going to be looking at for a website. And this is where I would start if I was going to be building this marketing plan out. All right, once we get this down, we should have this conversion funnel filled out pretty good, which means that if we pour in visibility, if we pour in retargeting, we're going to be able to convert these leads at hopefully around 10%. Now, we have some clients that convert at 20, 30%. So 10% is kind of the benchmark of what our goal is to shoot at, but obviously we can do much better. So you're going to have this. Next, what you're going to want to do is pour in on your visibility side and your retargeting, but we're going to focus specifically on visibility, and then we'll get to retargeting. So visibility, once you get your website going, you're going to want to do on-site and off-site SEO services. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do, but I just selected two because these are the two. I would recommend working with a company that does search engine optimization specifically for on-site and off-site SEO. A lot of people just say, oh, I do search engine optimization, and they just do fluff stuff that doesn't really work. So these are kind of the core things that I would recommend. On-site SEO, what I would recommend is building out service area pages. Service area pages are unique content pages for specific cities that you service. So if you service Washington, D.C., for example, you would build out a carpet cleaning Washington, D.C. page. Then you would build out other cities around that area with all unique content. Basically, you're building a little map around your business for Google. And there's a bunch of other on-site strategies, but that's just one that typically companies will offer that you can ask about. And then for off-site SEO, there's a bunch again, but Google Business Profile Optimization, which is your Google Business Profile is always changing. They're always changing things that you can utilize on there. So making sure that they have a plan for optimizing your Google Business Profile to rank. And so what does this mean? Let's say you do a search carpet cleaning near me or in a specific city. You want to be showing in this top 3 section here. And there's no guarantee, but we made videos about this before. This is essentially what you need to do on here. Let me find it. Yep. So you want to get reviews. You want to have your on-page SEO tight, which we talked about that before. You want to have backlinks. You want to make sure that you have your citations filled out, right? All this stuff. Anyways, you want to make sure that there's some game plan to make sure that you rank in this local map pack because a lot of clicks happen here. And then down here, again, this is your on-site SEO. So if you see like carpet cleaning services in Newmarket, this is one of those service area pages that I was mentioning, which is specifically for Newmarket since I put in Newmarket, Maryland. And again, you can see these companies are built out for Frederick, Maryland, which is close to Newmarket, Maryland. So that's what your SEO services are. Is on Google, there's 4 sections that you can show up on. You can show up in these Google local service ads, which we'll get to in a sec. You can show up in these Google search ads, which we'll get to in a sec. You can show up in this Google local map pack, which is your offsite SEO. And then you have your actual URL website, which is your onsite SEO, which we just discussed. So you want to have a game plan for those 2 things. All right, next we want to layer in those other 2 components, which are layering in your ads section. So real quick, with the $5,000 budget, on-site and off-site SEO services, this should probably cost you, anywhere from $500 a month to about $1,500 a month, depending on where you're at. So $500 to $1,500, depending on the quality of the service and that kind of stuff. But that's relatively the range that you're going to spend. All right, so layering ads. What we recommend is targeting Google heavily because Google people are searching, they're bottom of the funnel people, they're searching for carpet cleaning near me, carpet cleaning in your area. So the first way you can do this is you can do these Google local service ads, and basically you go to ads.google.com, you go over here, you put in your zip code, you put in your leads. So I'll just do it real quick so you can see. Let's say we want 1 lead, and we're going to do carpet cleaning right here. So this is going to tell me that I'm going to spend $23 to $35 a lead. Let's say we put $350. I should get 10 leads out of that. Now, it's not as cut and dry as that because you still have to rank in this top 3. So you still have to have Google reviews, right? They might not show you for specific reasons, but effectively you could spend $350 and get 10 leads. And so that's a way that I would layer this in, is by using Google local service ads. And then the next one is these Google search ads. This is a little different, and this is where it comes to having a really good website that's going to convert traffic. So if you see here, when someone clicks on these, it's going to go to your website. When they go to your website, do they actually convert into a lead? So let's just look at these numbers real quick. Let's say that you spend $1,000 on these Google search ads, and the average cost per click, which means the average cost that you're going to be spending for someone to click on this, is around usually like $3 to $5. So let's just say $3. So we're going to divide this by 3, which means that if you spend $1,000 a month, then you should get around 300 people to your website that have clicked on this, that have gone to your website. So if you get 300 people to your website and your website is converting at 10%, then you know that you should be getting around 30 leads a month. So you spent $1,000 and you got 30 leads for that. So you spent about $33 a lead. You can figure out your closing percentages and work your way backwards on that. But just from a leads perspective, that's how you can look at your Google search ads. So let's say with your Google local service ads, you did $500, and over here you spent $1,000. Then presumably you should be getting 40, 50 leads just from your Google ads alone. The next thing that we would do is we would start layering in some of these secondary ad channels. So Yelp, Angie, Thumbtack. I probably wouldn't use Angie because I'm not a big fan of Angie. But how this works is I would do a search in your area for your service, and you obviously have your Google local service ads, you have your local map pack. Then I would see what these secondary ad channels are. So you see Angie, you see Yelp, you see Home Advisor, and you see Facebook, but I wouldn't really worry about that. So you would just kind of pick, like, do I want to be Angie or do I want to be Yelp? These are secondary ad platforms. So people will click on Yelp, and I'm just going to show you how this works. When you go to Yelp, Yelp, again, has their own sponsored results section, and you can advertise on Yelp to get these results. So a lot of people I know that don't like Yelp for whatever reasons, but I'm just showing you how these companies are spending their budget. They don't like Yelp either, but they're still spending money on Yelp because they know that it's going to get them leads. And so you can see here, if you spend $840 a month, they're saying that you should get 18 to 21 monthly leads or 50 monthly clicks, whatever. You can figure out your ROI if you can track your lead source when your leads are coming in. But you can get this, you can see here how this works. So this is about like $40 a lead, and these are coming from Yelp. And so that's how people are layering in all these different ads. They're running Google local service ads, they're running Google search ads, and then they're picking these secondary ad channels and adding into that. So you can see if you have $5,000 budget, let's say you hire a digital marketing company for $3,000, and then you layer in $2,000 in ad spend, and you start generating leads and growing your business. That is the whole goal of building this funnel. So you have your conversions filled out. So you're starting to get these conversions to come through, and then you're doing these visibility channels. So you're doing organic search online. You're running some ads. The next thing I would recommend doing is coming up with a retargeting plan, which is you have these people coming into your channel, and maybe they don't all turn into customers, right? Let's say you close 50%. Well, we want them all to go into some type of retargeting plan. And that's going to be like a text message or email marketing structure. And so this could be something like, hey, we're sending out a monthly newsletter. We're sending out a blast on our cold months saying like, get 10% off your services, or whatever we want to say, but some way to stay in touch with your customers and, again, bring them back into your funnel. So if you have those call to actions like text us here, get an estimate, quick estimate, download this guide, you can put these into your monthly newsletters, into your text marketing, and then you can bring people back into the funnel and retarget. All right. And then the last thing on here that I wanted to go through is a B2B strategy, because this is one of the low-hanging fruits for a lot of business, which is connecting with referral partners that are going to connect you to their customers. The reason this is so beneficial, and maybe my videos about this before, but it's a one-to-one connection. And typically when you are selling to, let's say, your next door neighbor, you're selling a service to them, you have to sell to them one-on-one, and then they're gone. Now, with this service, you're going to actually be selling to another business, and then you're going to have access to all their customers ongoing. So you're still selling one-to-one, but you're actually selling 1 to 100, 1 to 200. And so that's what makes this B2B strategy very effective. And so if you see over here in visibility, we have our B2B new customer section. And then again, you're bringing them into your conversion funnel. And you can build specific conversion funnels for your business-to-business channels. All right, so this was kind of a longer video than what I typically make, but I try to deep dive into this to show you how these 7-figure service businesses are actually thinking about their ad spend and their marketing plan and implementing these different structures into their business. And so if you have any questions, drop a comment below. If you want to discuss your business, I'll put a link down below. We do free 30-minute strategy sessions with any business, and we help them come up with ways to grow their business. We're happy to talk with you. If not, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.